The build-up to the moment you yearn to thrive in. The anticipation of conquering the ultimate game. 18 chances to produce perfection. Hours and more hours of passion and emotional dedication to build the confidence to execute all that you've practiced. To find the mental zone to take your game to the next level. Fighting against your equals, finding yourself in striking position, feeling the adrenaline, handling the pressure, celebrating the joy. It's more than just golf, it's a life lesson. Every round is different to the next. It's more than just golf, it's Duckhook golfers. Welcome to Kyalami Country Club. Don't cry, boys, don't cry. That was pretty epic.
Beautiful.
Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday evening. It's Tuesday evening.
Thought Morgan Freeman was talking.
Yo, you know, after I listened to back, I thought, yo, that's a pretty good. Donnie, Dylan. So, if you're wondering what happened, I did record your pieces, but it didn't sound great. So, I decided to brass you all. So, yes, we were together at Kyalami today, so we could be here and give you an absolutely fantastic preview for Thursday. We've got a great field. We've got 64 players ready to go, eager, biting at the bits to win an event. And we're down to qualifying for the Masters, which is also exciting. So we're going to go through who's qualified so long. But we haven't seen you in a while, so let's ask the boys, quickly go through it. How are you all doing? Ryan, let's start with you.
Yeah, all good, Maz. Actually had a really busy weekend of golf, or last sort of 2 weeks of golf. But this weekend, nice round on Friday on East for college, 75. I finished third. A couple of silly errors, but the consistency is getting back. And then I played Eye of Africa,
Nice.
Chad, on Saturday. Nice round there. I went 2 over or 3 over. And then River Club on Sunday and Monday. And unfortunately, my dad and I lost our team knockout on Monday on the last hole.
Can I ask you a question? Like, what are you, I'm assuming with Discovery, what are the points you need to get if you're walking 10,000 steps every day?
Well, it just registers a round of golf, so I get the 100 points for the round of golf.
Well, that's no.
But I think because of the amount of golf, it's sort of capped or whatever. I need 600 a week or something.
Oh,
so
okay.
six rounds of golf a week. So I'm doing pretty well at the moment.
Did
I think
pretty well.
yesterday was my 50th round since lockdown.
Wow, well done.
Yeah.
And there's been like 52 days. It's ridiculous.
Fats, how you doing? You had a good week?
I'm doing okay, thanks, Maz. I'm relaxed after the long weekend. Didn't do much, just chilled at home. Had a couple of braais, of course, a couple of brandies. And we went to Dino King for a little game drive yesterday. Just nice to get out of the house, yeah.
Awesome.
So all relaxed.
And the other two boys, let me tell you, they're doing fine. They actually played well today. This is the highlight of today at Kyalami. Donnie was like, Dylan went, and Donnie was, and he shot 71. Everything came right. It was unbelievable to watch. Donnie was really good to play. So, Coach, well done on whatever you told him. I just heard you in the fairway saying something. What did you tell the man?
You can't share our secrets on air, but no, serious note, Donnie's been putting in a lot of work into his swing, and I just said to him, listen, you put in all this work, and you forgot to sequence the whole thing and think about a bit of rhythm and where the club face is. So once he got a little bit of his paws back and got his lower body working a little bit earlier, then all the work that he's put in before kind of started to pay off, and he found the middle of the golf club, and obviously the scorecard says the rest.
Sure. And if you played with Donnie, he can play. But today, he was playing some of the shots he hit. Anyway, let's say hello to our fans and our viewers who's joined us for today's preview. Hello, Paul Ricketts, as always. Thanks for joining us. Alan Lowe, he's actually joining us for a Thursday League game. Nice to have you. Hansi, it's going to be your first Thursday League game, so welcome to you. Ryan, who was with us on course, the other Ryan with an H. And then Ruben, we have you. Hello, Gideon, Mora Mensa, and there's a whole bunch. So if you check at the bottom of your chat, everybody is there, but we can't go through everybody. And thank you very much for the guys who said amazing intro. I appreciate that. Okay, cool. So, Ewout is leading the Thursday League. Am I right?
You are correct.
Absolutely.
You all got to play for Ewout, so this is a big day because if you can make some points here, you could be pulling away. Okay, so I want to show you something. Okay, speaking about Donnie and Donnie's swing and his tempo, Coach, talk us through this. Hideki on the right, Donnie on the left. I know it's a different club, but look how similar it is.
Yeah, I mean, the fascinating thing, I think you'll see it in both, is that it looks like there's a long pause, and there's a long pause with the upper body. But if you play it all the way through, you'll see that Hideki especially, and I think this is where Donnie had missed out a little bit, and I got it back today. Hideki doesn't actually stop his lower body. His lower body moves continuously throughout the swing. So yes, he has this amazing flexibility and being able to resist at the top. But it doesn't actually stop moving for as long as you think. So that's pretty much in a nutshell, really. That's a great video, Maz, because that's pretty much in a nutshell what I'd explained to Donnie today. That he had tried to, over time, speed up his upper body, and he forgot that you can do that, but then you got to then obviously speed up your lower body as well. Otherwise, the whole thing's out of sync.
Nice. And I think if
Donnie,
you swung like that...
They're quite nice.
Well, it's like just to put it in simple terms, coach got me to do a little bit more of a touch, pause, and then engage.
Nice. Well, it worked.
Yeah, nice.
So there's those swings. So what are we doing today? Well, before we move on to the Thursday League, I want to congratulate the guys who've made it into the Masters, because we've had a Sunday League series completing the qualifying. So these are the automatic qualifiers. So if you're wondering, how come there's so little, Frikkie Barnard and Dana Perumal both won Sunday League 1 events, right? Frikkie at Germiston and Dana now at Silver Lakes. So they already got an entry. So they've actually opened up 2 spaces further down the field. So Donnie, Player of the Season, 2019, you're in. Frikkie, Dana, myself as a 29 Players Champion, which has been moved, so I actually keep it for another year. And then Ruben Swart, 29, he's defending his Masters title. And then the newest to the group is Lukey, 2020 Open Champion. So you guys are in. Let's have a look at the actual qualifiers. Here we go. Kevin Ho, most points. This is obviously taking out Dana and Frikkie, most ranking points. Salman May in second. Alan Lowe, you're in. Paul Ricketts, another major for you. Hanno Oosthuizen, I think a 10th place, 2 10th place finishes actually got him in there. Gideon Richter, you're in. Meth McNulty, Barkie de Klerk, Randall Chetty, Nicky Vellengoed, you're in. Pranay Pandy, and Wayne Jensen scrapes in with his good finish at Silver Lake. So well done to Wayne. Lots to look forward to. Thursday League after this one, we have those qualifiers. So it's all to play for. And then Sunday League 2 at South Downs. Fats, are you in yet? Yes, you won.
I am.
So
I
you
am
in?
a Germiston winner. Absolutely. So no pressure on me for Thursday.
Nice. And Ryan, you're on the
looking
cusp.
at the Thursday League leaderboard, I had a chat to Ryan the other day. We did the whole calculation, and I'm top 3, so there's something to play for. I've never been there in the last 5 or 6 seasons of Duckhook, so yeah, something to play for.
Awesome. All right, why are we here? We're here to do the Thursday League. So let's get started. Let's remind you, what are you playing for besides a title and Masters entry? You get some credits so that you can play for nothing. We're on the 61 to 80 bracket because we have 64 players. So the winner will get 800 credits, second place 300, and third place 150. So that's exciting. Let's have a look at the scorecard. Who would like to sum up Kyalami for us in a nice paragraph?
It's a great golf course. It's a course that can bite you. I haven't played it recently, so I don't know what the condition of the fairways and stuff is. You guys played today, so you'd be able to tell us that. Mm-hmm. The fairways are running. It actually plays reasonably short. Those numbers on the card do look quite long. The par 4s and par 5s are long on there. But, if the fairway is running out, it's not the longest course. Then it's just about managing your tee shot, getting past the bunkers and trying to keep it on the short stuff. There are some really well-placed trees. Whether they plan them or not, I don't know. But they are, if you miss your tee shot, 80% of the time, Kyalami has a tree that finds its way into your line of your second. Mm-hmm. So it's an important course to try and keep yourself sort of thinking about your second shot. Like I say, with the run out, it's not that long, so you can think about a different club choice on the tee box, not just bashing driver every hole. But yeah, I'm excited. It's always a fun course to play. The greens are normally pretty good and quite slick. So yeah, keen.
Speaking about the greens, everybody always wants to know. I will have Donnie and Dylan agree with me that they aren't as quick as we have been putting on other courses. What do you reckon they're running at? Give us a synopsis of the greens there, gents.
I think 10.5. I think they looked really good, and Donnie and I actually discussed around about the 4th hole or something, we said, listen, these things are going to dry out and they're going to get really quick. And about 3 hours later, we had another discussion, and we were like, hold on a second, these things actually didn't get very quick at all. So they kind of stayed the same pace. So they're not quite as quick as they look, but they have to be up there in terms of the truest greens that I've putted on in a long time. I don't think I got a bobble all day long. They just came straight off the putter. They're just rolling straight away. There's no deviation. They're fantastic.
Bill, am I correct in saying that they have let the POA take over completely?
Yes, yeah.
So that's always good. That's always good. 'Cause they were fighting it for a while, so if they let it take over now, that's mint, because, the whole green
Yeah,
is
so now they have a nice solid covering now. A little bit grainy, so the grain definitely comes into effect. So if you don't know how to read grain, then do some Googling tonight, or maybe, I don't know, drop me a message or something. But you need to read the nap in into your putts, especially speed-wise. So down grain, they're a little bit quicker. Into the grain, they're actually quite slow. Both Donnie and I left quite a few putts short into the nap.
Donnie, do you quickly want to touch on the fairways?
Well, the fairways, for me, definitely was in good nick. Obviously, it is winter, so there's going to be parts where it's going to be brown. But you can also see there's some areas where they've got some water. It's like going onto the fairway, where it is green. But, definitely it's like you can play off all the fairways. So it's not very tight, but it is good nick. So, yeah.
Good. All right.
Maz, I don't think Donnie really saw the pieces of fairway that everyone else is going to see. He was 300 straight down the middle, right in the middle of the fairway.
Every time.
Where often the mower doesn't even, not even the mower turns around there. So there was not a divot to be seen where Donnie was hitting it.
Awesome. Right, let's have a look at the field. As per normal, we'll go through it. Give me your favorites and let's see what's happening. We only have 2 match play games happening. We'll touch on that a bit later. But here we go. Starting at 7 a.m. We're off. And I spoke to the golf director, Fons, this morning. And he said we're pretty much the only ones on the field, which is great. So it's a Duckhook morning, all the way to 8:10. Gents, throw out some names here for me.
Ryan Jensen. I think he had a solid round today, and he's been coming back into good form, playing off a nice handicap for him as well. So I think he's going to be a good contender on Thursday.
Yeah, and he made it look effortless.
We hit the ball nicely today. I'm going to give a shout out to Ronnie there. Ronnie's been steadily getting better and better and better. And I think this course will suit him. It's sort of nice and straight. Actually doesn't know his shape, so he aims straight, which means he hits it straight most of the time. And his putts improved tremendously, so I think Ronnie's going to be in there with a shot.
And I'm going to say Jason.
I'm going to say I think Jason is going to do well there.
Jason.
I'm going to give Mavs a shout out. Over 17, I think he knows Kyalami quite well. So.
Well, let me come out quickly. I'll give you a synopsis of my day. I was a bit distracted, but it was a nice thing because I just hit my shots. I hit about 4 or 5 bad shots, but I actually, at the end of the day, I think I came out close to par on my handicap. So I thought, sure, if a little bit of effort on Thursday, I might have a chance. So we'll see how that goes. I don't want to say too much, otherwise I come back and I'm outside the top 30 when we do the review. Here we go, the 10th tee.
We'll call you Brooks. We'll just call you Brooks.
Yeah. 10th tee, a whole bunch of players here as well. Also, the big game, Donnie and Frikkie versus Sepp and Edwin. We're still getting to that. Any players on this? Alan
Ruben
Lowe,
Swart.
for 8 handicap, is dangerous.
Ruben Swart off an 11 or 10 handicap is dangerous.
Yeah, I think Ruben as well.
Mark Bonjero is dangerous.
He's been playing really well.
I think there's a lot
Gideon off at 12. He played then a couple of weeks ago at Kyalami as well. So Gideon off at 12, if he can putt well, I think he's going to be also one in with a shout.
Exactly. Okay, so
I'm just looking forward to playing with Mark for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, has been a long time.
Even Russell Tandy, coming back from Highland Gate, any golf course is easy.
Yeah, correct. Right. Well,
Fats, are you playing with Mark Borgello?
I am.
So you try and get into aim straight, please.
I will do my very best. I'll just talk him out of the game.
Right. Let's move on to the stats and the numbers and the featured holes that we all have done. Remember the Duckhook 18. What did we choose? We chose a par 3 third. And this is what we're in for. It's the stroke 7. Dylan and myself got some info for you on the par 3 third, and this is what it looked like. So here we are at Kyalami on the par 3 third. Well, this was our featured hole, Dylan. We spent a long time working out our 18, and this is the hole we chose for Kyalami.
Yeah, well, cracking little par 3 here. Early in the round for some, if you start off the first, which we have today, and that almost makes it a little tougher. Haven't really hit a proper iron shot yet, and then you got to step up here, man up, and just commit to your target. I think what we didn't discuss during the show was actually, if we look here, especially when the flag's on the left, the carry of the water is quite important as well. We discussed how important it was not to miss it left, but from here you can actually see you also got to carry the full yardage there when that flag's on the left hand side, so that makes it a little tougher.
Yes, indeed. Makes it a little tougher, so choose the shortest route. Yes, it's going to be a great hole. So you might notice we don't have the beautiful flyovers of every hole because it's difficult to come by Kyalami, but we were out there with our phones trying to capture it as best as possible. Okay, let's move on to the our featured holes that played, today. Getting confused here. Okay, Ryan Jensen, he chose the second hole, so he's up first, and this is the second hole.
We're at Kyalami the second, which is my featured hole. It's a par 4 stroke 3. 402 meters. Fairway is a bit wide, but you can get caught with an errant tee shot. There is a bunker that comes into play on the fairway. Your approach shot onto the green is a little bit tricky because it's not one of the easiest greens on the course. But yeah, for some of the guys, if you do end up with a 3-putt, I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you walk off with a bogey, that's still a good score.
Yeah, good hole.
Totally, that's a tricky hole.
There's also where your tee shot's very important, like Ryan mentioned earlier about the strategic placed trees there. If you go a little bit too far left, you have no shot into that green.
That's probably the
green makes it interesting for the approach.
But also with that approach, in fact, if you look at that green, it's almost like a bowl. So it's like if you go long, short, left or right, it's like and you miss the green, it's rolling down into valleys.
Yeah,
it's
a
very
down ball.
approach shot.
Yeah.
Saucer.
Tricky.
Yeah.
So good luck on the second. Okay, Donnie, your featured hole was number?
That's a stroke 1, hole 5.
Here we go.
My featured hole at Kyalami is hole number 5, stroke 1. As you guys can see, it's like on the background, it's a very challenging par 4. Reason for being stroke 1, 385 meter uphill dogleg right par 4. So the crucial thing here is your tee shot. You have to get it in place. There's trouble on the left, trees on the right, and bunkers on the right side of the fairway. So your tee shot is very crucial. But then you get to an uphill approach shot to the green with 2 bunkers guarding the front side of the green, which you have to fly. So yet again, you have to take a little bit of an extra club to clear that hazards in front of the green. Guys, good luck on Thursday. It's a very tough par 4 uphill. Play the right shots to get the right score.
Yo, tough hole to par. I should have parred and I walked off with a 6 because it was just a mess. Anyway, good hole. Good hole? No?
It's a great hole, Maz.
I think so.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can hear you.
For me, it's not the stroke 1 on that golf course. I think the 11th should be the stroke 1 on that golf course.
Yeah. Well, that's the stroke 2. It had to go somewhere.
Yeah, it is the stroke 2. Yeah.
I think that's purely on the uphill and downhill. That's because obviously the 11th for a short hitter, yes, I agree, stroke 1. But if you've got a decent drive on you and you get it by that bunker, it's not the most difficult shot to the green, and it's quite a big green.
Yeah, but with driver on the 11th, you can't always take driver because if you go a little bit too far center of the fairway, you run through into the trees and you still got no shot to the green. So it's a difficult driving hole as well.
Well, the 11th was my featured hole.
Well,
My featured hole for Kyalami on Thursday is the par 4 11th, the stroke 2. Now, why is it this one? Because it's a very challenging hole. We know that if you don't hit a good drive, we've got water in front. The hole plays at 425 meters, so you really need to get off the box if you're planning on going for 2, otherwise you're probably going to need to lay up. So let's see how I'm going to play this. I'm going to play it off to the left, avoid the bunkers on the right, and then we'll see how far we got in. But generally, a good drive is what needed on the par 4 11th. I did have 100 meters in there, but that was not from my drive. But I made the 4, which I'm happy about. Yes, difficult hole. If you don't really bomb a drive, it's difficult to clear it because at that bunker it's about 180 meters to the front. So yeah, you really need a good second.
Still a long shot, even with a good drive.
Yeah. So a very good hole. It could, like we said, could easily be the stroke one. Right, the final featured hole, and this one goes to Coach Dylan. I'm sure you probably guessed which hole he's gone for.
Okay, my featured hole at Kyalami is the 15th. It's a par 4 stroke 10, 346 on the card, plays a little longer than that. But a beautiful downhill tee shot here. And that's kind of why I like it. It's almost a distraction hole. So we've got this added sort of visual aspect of the elevated tee box. All right, and really all you want to do is get your tee shot away, miss the bunker. For the longer hitters, the water's actually in play off the tee shot, not off the second shot. And then once we get down there, we got a sort of wedge to a slightly elevated green. Really, the water shouldn't be in play. I know it does come in sort of as a mental aspect some of the time, but it's actually more in play off the tee box than it is for the second shot. It's just a beautiful, fun hole. Hit it out there a little bit down to the right, wedge it over, maybe make a putt. You never know.
Dylan, how far was your birdie putt on this hole?
Yeah, I think it was a foot or a foot and a half.
Literally, we were walking in and we thought it went in. You had about 100 left. We thought it was in. We got there and it was like this. It was unbelievable. Great shot. Almost eagled it.
Nice when you call them on the tee box, but yeah, that one worked out nicely and a little tap in birdie. It was nice.
But a great hole. Visually a great hole.
No.
Donnie was on the green.
Chicken.
You were also putting for birdie.
Did he drive the green?
No, he didn't drive the green.
No,
Funny guy.
I went chicken club. I went fairway off the tee box, short of the water, hit it to 3 foot.
Well done.
But yes, get the
Not as
drive
good as
in.
Coach, but
Easy
well
hole.
done.
Right, here we go.
And can I just say we halved that hole?
Yes, we did. Well done, Ryan. He made
We couldn't have
the
played it
score.
better, and we halved that hole.
Longest
There we
drive and closest in 2. We decided to do a closest in 2 from going forward because we had a bit of a discussion in our group and what is fairer because there's like 3 big bombers and they keep taking the longest drive. So the par 3 third we had to take because that is our featured hole. So we can look at the stats afterwards in the review. The par 4, it's not the 8th, it's the 7th. It was changed. The par 3 14th is the other close to the pin. So we try to switch it up. So in saying that, it's the par 4 7th because it's the shorter one. So it really doesn't matter how far you hit it down the fairway, you're going to have a short iron in. So it gives everybody a chance. We're happy with that selection, gents?
Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody has equal chance of getting close to the closest in 2 there. I mean, even the higher handicap is 2 good shots and you walk away with a prize.
And because it was the closest in 2, we decided to have a little challenge on the tee box to see between the 4 of us who could get closest in 2. Okay, boys, so what we've decided is on Thursday we're going to have a closest in 2 instead of a longest drive. What hole have we chosen? We've chosen the par 4 7th. It's short, so everybody can have a short iron in and everybody can have a chance. I'm doing a challenge. Who's going to get closest? We've got Dylan, Donnie, and Ryan, boys. What do you think? Closest in 2?
Yeah.
Easy game.
No, I got this one. Left hand flag suits my eye. I got this one.
Donnie?
Well, with my draw shape, it's like I should have an easy short iron in. So I'm going to give Dylan a go for his money.
Let's have a look. And Ryan, how are you going to play this hole?
Well, I to my best, but I think Dylan will take it. Oh, that's a good start. That's a good start.
Oh.
It's there.
Way to go.
There.
Not great at all. Tough the second. We'll give the others a go.
Leading.
Giving something for Dylan to chase. It can be beaten, but it's there.
Middle of the green. If you're asking where I was, I hit it left. And then I hit it on the green, it bounced over, so I'm out. Is it going to get inside?
Give it a go.
Sit.
Oh.
Gotta be inside. Stop now. Oh, you might have to pace that one, but I think I just got it.
Yes, that looks the same distance.
One looked inside in the air, but I think it released a bit. But Donnie, I think I might just have you a little bit there, bud. I think you're up.
Just a tad,
So this is very close. We've had to kind of step it out between Dylan and Donnie. Who's the winner? We're going to call it a tie.
Nah, I'm gonna give it to them.
Yeah. Well, it's like, if you look at distance-wise, I'm pin high.
Okay.
But it's, you know what they say normally about pin high. Still by a fair skiff.
Yeah. How far did you have out? One?
It's like 95. So
Oh, easy hole.
easy hole.
So everybody has a chance on Thursday.
There we go.
Well played, gentlemen. Well played.
Oh,
It
good
really
stuff.
was
Yeah,
that
no,
close. It
respect it.
really was that close. We were like, we can't decide.
You take the flag and you turn it, doom, doom, until you get the one.
Not
Not
allowed
allowed
to
to
touch
touch
the
the
flag,
flag.
COVID rules.
Shut up.
So good luck on Thursday with that. It will be interesting to see how close we can get it. I think you guys were about 3 meters away. I'm sure that will be beaten. Okay, exciting times for the groups. Who's in the groups? So we added an extra group in here, Group D. So A, B, C, D. Who's in Group A? Throw out on the comment line who you think is going to win each or top each group. Russell Tandy.
Sean Salmon in A for me.
Yes, that's why I put him there, because I think he's got a great chance, because I played with him
Yeah.
about 2 weeks ago. Solid player. Ryan, if you want to beat Sean, you're going to have to up your socks there.
I'm going low on Thursday. That's all I'm saying.
Well done.
Group B, Matthew
I'm
Will.
playing
Yes.
with Ryan, and he's going to put on a show for me. So I'm going to say he's going to win that group.
Thanks, Dol.
Yeah,
Aw.
same here.
I'll try not to disappoint.
Group B, Matthew Whittle, Mark Borgero, Luke Janssen, Hansi Hamann making his debut, and Dylan de Beer.
I'm
gonna
playing
go
with
for
Dil de
coach.
Beer on Thursday, so I'm going to go Dil de Beer.
Okay.
Oh,
Come on, coach.
Sorry, coach. I'm not gonna stick with you. Yeah, I'm gonna go Lukey. A man in form. It's like the last few rounds. I think he's well.
I tend to agree with you there, Donnie. Group C, Adam Ford, Dorian Fourie, Billy Hall, myself, and Ewald van Wyk. That should be interesting.
Maz, I think that's going to be between you and Adam.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm also going Adam.
Adam. And what about
I'm
Ewald?
gonna go for Dorian. Mr.
I'm going
Wilson.
Dorian.
Okay.
Dorian's
Those
playing
balls
with
will
me.
be
He's
good.
going to be nowhere on the leaderboard.
Dorian learned to chip and putt. He's going to be lethal on Thursday.
I'll see that
There
on
we
Thursday
go.
for myself.
Then the final group, Group D, Simon Mayer, Fats, you're up with him. Sepp Robertson, come on, Sepp. Jason Ivans and Paul Ricketts. I hope Sepp wins this group,
Probably
because
Jason.
then that's a good thing for us.
If memory serves correct, Paul's always played well at Kyalami. I know his knee's a bit dodgy, but if he's swinging the ball, if he's not feeling too much pain, I'm going to give Paulie a go in that group.
It's not just his
And
knee
isn't
that's
he in our 4-ball, Ryan?
He is. Look at that, eh? I didn't even remember that.
Yeah,
We're
it's got
going
a
to
great
take all
4-ball.
the groups. We're going to take the Lions prize, everything. We're going to clean up shop on Thursday.
Go for
There
it.
we go. There we go.
You got a great 4-ball happening there on Thursday. Okay, let's go to the what are we doing next? It's the head-to-heads. Yes, the head-to-heads. So these are the other guys who didn't feature in the groups. Who's going to win out of red and blue team? We got Ronnie Volhurter taking off Peter Prinsloo. I think Peter invited Ronnie to Duckhook, so he has a point to prove
Yes.
here. Nicky,
It's a good battle.
yeah, Nicky Vellengoed against Cornel Erasmus, and then I don't know who's Hardy Does awake at this time of the night. Kevin Ho, Lyle Langley. Ryan Jensen, you're taking on Henry Hall. Jason Jenica is taking on Donna Perimal. Shandon Schaefers is the second round, so he's joining us against Richard Stewart, Pranay Pandey, Randall Chetty, Frikkie Bernard, Edouan Portgita. Come on, Edouan. Nick
Come on,
Quintal versus Subtlestein. The 230 handicappers taking each other on. That should be interesting. Oki Brits and Gideon Richter. So let's see how that goes. Any predictions?
On Dorian for an internal bet for a beer.
Nice.
I'll take on Dol for an internal bet for a beer.
Okay.
I love it.
Just looking at red team and blue team, who do you think is going to win between red and blue team?
This is a blue team for me all the way.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards blue team.
Okay, fine. Lean towards blue
I'm
team.
gonna go red team.
We'll see.
Because Frikkie is there.
That's it. I have to stick with my partner there.
That's cute.
We're almost done. Now, it's something very, very important, right? There's 2 match play games as mentioned. They both come from the same group. So I'm going to tell you what the group standings are first. Here we go. One Direction, 10 points, leading the way. Mighty Ducks have 1 game to play, and they're playing Aquelas. They have to give the Aquelas plenty shots. So we can only... There's going to be 2 camps here. There's going to be the One Direction camp and the Mighty Ducks camp, right? So the Mighty Ducks, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Frikkie, you've been in Donnie, you've been in conversation with Frikkie. What's happening there?
No, we feel confident. Obviously, we know, Seth and Edouan has got very high handicaps. So we know we've got we've got a game of our lives going on Thursday. But after the way that I played today, I think that's just might give them just that little bit of a back thought to say, hang on. So, and it's a tough course for them as well, So I'm backing us to win.
Okay.
Donnie, don't you feel you wasted all your good shots today?
No, not at all.
Look at this. Robert Michael.
Shot.
Mighty Ducks, easy win. But he doesn't... Let me put in perspective, everybody watching. We played them at Silver Lakes, right? We only... Because Ruben was a 10, he went to 0. So we still took 10 shots. So they had a 15 and a 16. And we struggled. Now, these boys have to... Donnie's already a scratch. So they have to give away 25 shots. It's a different ball game, gentlemen. If one of you guys have a bad day,
and double stroke
coming to the quarterfinals. I tried to put Donnie off today. This is me.
Of course.
We're on the first, Donnie. Are you and Fricky one down yet?
No. We're actually like 10 up already.
On the first?
On the first. That's how good we are.
Donnie, we're on the ninth. How many down are you against Sip Nedwan?
We're not down. I just made a birdie.
But seriously, Donnie, how are you going to...
Come on, go away, Mason. Go away. Go away.
Fine.
Stay away, Mason.
Donnie,
Stay away.
Donnie.
Stay away. Stay
Can
away.
they... But will they... I think they... Man.
Run.
Donnie, I really got to know.
No, Maz, let me just stop you there. Who's our opponents for the quarterfinals? That's all I want to know.
I don't know. So seriously, how are you going to beat the guys? You've got to give away 25 shots.
25 and 24s for a reason. So yeah.
Well, we know who me and Ruben are rooting for. Who are you rooting for out there? Exactly. You better be on my side. Trust me. I'll just put off or end broadcast.
Oh, I agree with that though. You got to wonder, has Donnie peaked too soon on Tuesday rather than Thursday?
Exactly. Something for Fricky to have nightmares about tonight.
I can't wait.
He's not going to have nightmares, believe you me.
I can tell you that live scoring is going to be on my phone. I'm going to be watching every step of the way. Well, there is another. Let's not.
As I've said, you're going to win.
Let's not hog all the attention, boys. There's another game. You are forgiven if you're mistaken this is a porno. It's balls deep against African Hoopus. That should be interesting. They're not playing for anything. So good luck to those gentlemen and enjoy the filming of whatever you're doing. Then we have virtual stuff and then we're done. What do we have? The virtual classic. Who's leading? Simon Mayer. That's 3 rounds. We've got 4 left. So we've got Kyalami will go in. South Downs will go in. The virtual day is before South Downs. That's going to be a Killarney, which is going to be fun. That's not on my calendar, so at least 24 of us will get to play at the virtual day. But Simon Mayer is going to be difficult to beat because, remember, it's the best 3 scores to count. And 35, 35, 39 is pretty good of best 3, if you know what I'm saying.
No, that's already quite high.
Yeah. So he could be the man to beat. Staying on our virtual golf, this is where the field that is playing at Killarney to earn some more points if they're in this competition or just to have a good round of golf. And we have 1 match play game that's going to happen there. Ryan, you are a super sub for Graham de Villiers because Gerard's name cannot make it anymore. Okay, that is pretty much it from my side. How long have we done? 34 minutes, so we're a little over. Thank you everyone for watching. Is there any final comments?
No, just looking forward to Kyalami and seeing all the oaks out there. Get there early, not too early, because then you sit outside the gate again. I think they only open the gate about 6:30. Yeah, looking forward to it. Huh?
Good. Everybody's playing, so we're going to have a great day.
As Basil said earlier, if you're trusting the driver, hit some high nasty bombs because you're going to get the run out.
Correct. And it's looking great. It's just not green. The fairway's perfect, not green. Okay, everybody, player pack is on its way. Thank you for joining us. Yes, it's time to hit this button here. A lot of guys like that opening, so I think I'm just going to play it again. Why not? Here we go. The build-up to the moment you yearn to thrive in. The anticipation of conquering the ultimate game. 18 chances to produce perfection. Hours and more hours of passion and emotional dedication. to build the confidence to execute all that you've practiced, to find the mental zone to take your game to the next level, fighting against your equals, finding yourself in striking position, feeling the adrenaline, handling the pressure, celebrating the joy. It's more than just golf, it's a life lesson. Every round is different to the next. It's more than just golf, it's Duckhook golfers. Welcome to Kyalami Country Club.